Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Kathy at Attic Treasures, etc. And I would like to work a little bit more on this flow journal that I started the other day. This is from the fall flow journal that I made for myself. Basically the same thing that I have in my Etsy shop. So now today I want to decorate a page to put in here using things from the flow journal kit. So I'm going to set this aside, show you what I'm going to work with. I am going to work with this napkin, this vintage music sheet, this coffee dyed paper, and this calendar page. So what I would like to do first of all is to put some music paper on here. And I'm going to go ahead and tear it. I'm going to put it towards the top because I'm going to put a pocket at the bottom. And I'm not going to use a ruler to tear it because I kind of want an organic edge. Actually, I should probably do it from this side. This is really old, so it tears super easy. I might refine that a little bit. I'm going to hang it off of the edge somewhat so that I don't have all this margin in there, and I will trim that off when I'm ready to do that. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this little point here. There we go. And I'm going to ink around the edge, and I'm going to use brush corduroy. I think it's my new favorite. And just get the edges here. I woke up with a collage idea in my mind this morning, so I've been itching to get back here in my craft room and see how it works. All right, I'll set that aside. I'm going to attach this. I'm going to use Mod Podge. So I'm going to cover my work surface here with this sheet of wax paper. Grab my Distress Collage Medium. Did I say Mod Podge? I'm going to use Collage Medium because I really like it. Mod Podge, of course, works too, but this is just what I'm going to use today. How's everybody doing today? I just went out and watered some of my garden, which is actually coming along nicely for this time of year, which is the last day of August, 2025. All right, and I'm going to take a piece of this beautiful calendar and put it on this side. So again, I'm just going to tear it. Attach it on this side. So let us open this up so I don't glue it to the bottom, to the page underneath it. Okay, so far so good. Add a little bit more Collage Medium under here so it gets glued down. Okay, I'm going to dry this with my heat tool, and then I'm going to trim off the excess, and I'll be right back. Okay, so it's dried and trimmed, and I'm going to use this napkin to do some collaging. This napkin was in the Flow Journal kit, and it was a 3-ply napkin, so I'm going to use one of the plies, which obviously I've already removed from the backing, and I'm going to cover this scene here with this white backing, just to make it a little more, I don't know, vintagey. So I'm just going to use my water pen and put it over the top and just trace the outline of the shape underneath it. Tear it off. And now I'm going to cover that piece with the Distress Collage Medium and then add the napkin on top. And that just kind of tones down the shininess of it, makes it look a little more vintage. And don't worry, when we put more of the collage medium on top, the image will come through. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry. And while that is drying, I'm going to take the napkin with the printed page on it, and I want the leaves to look like they're trailing down. So I'm going to trace around with my water pen some of these leaves so we have an organic edge all around, okay? Maybe not so much around this edge because that's just going to be cut off. But I think I will do that because I don't really want to have a hard edge on there. Okay, so I'm going to start up here at the top, and I can see what I think what I'll do is I'll fold that. Then I can really see where the edges are. Okay, and this is really one thing I really love about water pens. And I really only want these leaves to overlap that image a little bit. So like to right about there. So now we will I start talking and then I start doing and then I forget to talk. So I'm just lightly going around some of these leaves. Okay, now I need to put some more Distress Collage Medium on so that the napkin has something to stick to. Okay, now I'm going to dry it, and then I'll put another coat of the collage medium on top. And of course, like I've said, you can use Mod Podge for this, or thin down Elmer's glue or PVA glue, or whatever you have. Okay, I'll be right back. Alrighty, I have 2 more coats of Distress Collage Medium on there and dried, and I've trimmed around the edges, and I'm really liking this so far. So I have some Gilder's Paste Wax in Antique Gold, and what I want to do is just rub a little bit of this on, just catching the high points, just to give it a shimmer, because I think when I think of autumn, I think about how everything just sort of glows, especially when it's a sunny day. All the rich colors of autumn, and it just looks magical to me, especially at a sunset, really pretty sunset. So this is what I'm using just to give it a little bit of shimmer. Okay, all right, so that's enough. And so why aren't I stopping? All right, so that's enough. Now, I have, by doing this, obviously taken away a writing surface. So when I take away a writing surface, when I'm making a journal, I try to include another one. And what that means for this page is a pocket. So I'm going to use this, what is this thing called? A dot matrix card. This one I copy dyed, and I am going to use it as a pocket down here that I can put a tag in, and then that gives me some more writing space. I really like this pattern right here. Move that over to the side. I'm going to take these things off, but I'm going to save them, hang on to them, because they might come in handy at some point. All right, so, and then that fits better on the page. So let me look in here. This is where I put some of the items from the Flow Journal. I like that on there. Let's see what else. Oh, that's kind of pretty, but that doesn't really go with the colors. That does go with the colors, but is there enough of it to do something with? I do like those colors together. I don't want to lose this pattern here because it's really pretty. What else do I have in here? Not that piece. All kinds of stuff. Well, that's kind of neat. What if I did something like that? No, I'm thinking not. I'm still kind of going back to that thing that says received on it. What if I put it down here? Turn this over. What if I put it there and made another little pocket like that? Okay, now you're not just a whistling Dixie Pixie. Something along those lines. Oh, I wish it was longer. But, you know, when you're just working with scraps, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. You know who says that, right? Tim Holtz. What if I did something like that? Okay, the wheels are starting to turn a little bit here. What I'm going to do is cut out a shape that matches this that I can overlap. Ooh, like that. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, I wanted to go to the corner, which means I'm going to have to ink these edges on this. And then maybe what I'll do is pull it up a little bit like that, and then put a piece of lace from the kit at the bottom, or maybe this, what is this called? This is Dollar Tree ribbon. Oh yeah, that looks amazing. Okay, what I'm going to do is I am going to sew around these and sew around this here, and then glue them together and sew all the way around like that. Okay, so stay tuned. I'll be right back. All right, so I have the pocket all put together. What I'm going to do now is I mark the center with a little mark, and I'm going to put a thumb hole there with my 1-inch circle punch. And I don't want it to be very deep, just enough to let whoever's going to be using this journal know that there is something that they can tuck behind there. So now I'm going to take my Distress Collage, or my Oxide, my brushed corduroy, and ink around all these edges. And also the edge of the page, because that will show on either side of the pocket, because it's not quite the same width as the page. And I just want to minimize, you know, that that it's not quite as wide by giving it a little bit of color to blend in behind there. The other thing I found in the Flow Journal is this piece of trim that I want to add to this diagonal part. And I'm going to use Fabri-Tac for that, or Fabri-Fix. We're just going to add this piece of trim. I sewed around these 3 edges. I don't want it to glue itself to the bottom there. It looks kind of like an envelope, doesn't it? All right, now it's time to add it to the page. And I'm wondering, oh, I don't think I'm going to put anything down here. I think that looks fine the way it is. So we'll just add some glue to the 3 edges here. And carefully place that on the page. All right, and just like that, we have 1 page done. And I am just going to put this right here just to remind myself that that's a place for a tag, so that later on when I'm finishing up the embellishment, I'll know that there's something that can go there and something that can go here. All right, so that's 1 page done, and it didn't take very long, and all I did was use things that came in the Flow Journal. So again, Flow Journals are flexible. You can use them any way you want, do anything with them that you like. This is just an idea. And anyway, I hope if you have a Flow Journal, you have fun with it, because that is what it's all about. Just having fun. So I'm going to call this done for now, and I will see you in my next video as we continue to build the journal from the Flow Journal kit. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day. Let the serendipity find you, and I will see you at my next video. Bye-bye.